Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profile of Valkyries. Now these cards were actually released in Shadows in Valhalla. That was a recent box that came out, if you guys haven't heard of it. Now this deck is a really interesting OTK based deck that just swarms the field with a bunch of Valkyries and just overwhelms your opponent, and even can skip your opponent's battle phase with Mischief of the Time Goddess. So before we get into this, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there so you become a part of the notification squad, and let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to play 3 copies of, and I apologize in advance if I butcher any of these names, Broomhild. These cards are really cool, but Broomhild is a level 7 fairy type monster that is unaffected by your opponent's spell effects, and it gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls. And when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can have this card lose exactly 1,000 defense, and if you do, your Valkyrie monsters cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. So she protects all of her other horse riding crazy ladies that are just OTK monsters. Then we play 3 copies of the level 6 Valkyrie, which is Eins. I'm just going to call them level 6 Valkyrie. If this card is special summoned from your hand by a spell effect, which is Ride of the Valkyries, you can target one Mischief of the Time Goddess in your grave and add it to your hand. If you control a Valkyrie monster other than Valkyrie Eins, one quick effect, you can banish one monster your opponent controls. Then this card's attack becomes equal to that banished monster's attack until the end phase of the turn. So basically it banishes a card from your opponent's grave, and then it gains attack equal to that monster. Its attack and defense become that monster, so it mirrors it. Then we play Zweit. This card's really good. I play 3 of each Valkyrie in this deck because it just works with Ride. If this card is summoned, you can target one Valkyrie monster, your opponent controls, and destroy it, so it just instantly destroys something. And after damage calculation, if this card battled, you can target one continuous spell in your grave and add it to your hand, which is pretty cool because we play quite a few continuous spells in this deck. And then for the last Valkyrie monster, we play 3 copies of Dreit. This card is probably, in my opinion, the best of the Valkyries, because if this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Valkyrie card. Keep in mind, card, not monster, so you can add Ride of the Valkyries to your hand. From your deck to your hand, except another copy of itself, and then you can only activate the effect of this card once per turn, and then once per turn, this card gains 200 attack for each monster that your opponent has banished, which is pretty cool. I really love that effect because it gets a little bit bigger because it's only at 1,000 attack, so it's a little hard to OTK with just 3 of those things. So then we play 3 copies of Fortune Chariot, which always counts as a Valkyrie monster. And when was the last time you saw a Union monster outside of ABCs? So we play 3 copies of Fortune Chariot. This card's really interesting because you can equip it onto a fairy monster, and then that fairy monster can attack your opponent directly. But if it does, then the damage that they take is halved. So that's okay, but you can use it for other things. So we play 3 copies of it just to special summon off and link away, and even to just swing at your opponent for an extra 1,000 damage. So then I play 2 copies of Archlord Christia, because this is a fairy deck. We do need some, backup to the Valkyries. They can't do it all by themselves. So we play 3 copies of Archlord Christia. I play 3 copies of the Agent of Creation Venus, because we need Venus to overlay into, to get our shine balls out of our deck, to thin our deck just a little bit, so we can get into some more monsters, so we can do some more plays. Then for the Venus, we play 3 copies of Shine Ball. The Shine Balls are just to summon off of Venus, because by paying 500 life points, you can special summon a Shine Ball from your deck or hand, which is pretty cool. And then there's a combo that can actually pop 3 cards on your opponent's side of the field and clear the way for you to OTK your opponent, that I will show you guys at the end of the video. So for the last card that we play is 1 copy of Gem Knight Lazuli. Lazuli was really good in the deck because, it sucks to draw, but for the Brilliant Engine, we kind of have a trade-off that we need. The Lazuli is probably the card that you want to draw the least besides your Shine Balls. You do not want to draw Shine Ball, and you do not want to draw Lazuli, but that's okay because of our Nightmare monsters. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So we don't actually play any traps, so after the spells, I can show you guys the extra deck. So for the spells, we are going to play 1 copy of Monster Reborn because it's Monster Reborn. 1 copy of Upstart Goblin just to kind of thin the deck and get into and dig deeper into our deck. And we can still OTK of our opponent. 3 copies of Ride of the Valkyries, which if you guys have not seen my Shadows in Valhalla opening, you totally should go watch that because I pulled 2 of these in a box. I think it was part 3 that I pulled 2 of these in a box, which is kind of crazy. But you guys should totally go check that out. But this card is actually, effect is you can special summon any number of Valkyrie monsters with different names from your hand. And if you special summon 3 or more Valkyrie monsters by this effect, you take no battle damage until the end phase of the next turn. And during the end phase of the turn you activate this card, shuffle all Valkyrie monsters you control into the deck. You can banish this card from your grave, then add a Mischief of the Time Goddess from your deck to your hand, which is really cool. And you can only use this effect of Ride of the Valkyries once per turn. So basically you activate this and it like pendulum summons every single Valkyrie out of your hand, which is crazy cool. And then you just swing at your opponent, banish this, and then add Mischief of the Time Goddess, which skips your opponent's battle phase, or skips to your next battle phase, which from the rulings that I've been reading, I may be wrong, but I think I'm like 99% right, I think. If you banish this, add the Ride, or add Mischief, and then activate Mischief, it skips that end phase. So they can't go back into the deck. So you just swing again if you don't end them on that note. So, by the way, this card is just like gorgeously sparkly. Just saying. So, I know that's just a side note. Then we play 3 copies of Mischief of the Time Goddess. Mischief of the Time Goddess is probably the best card in the deck and one of the most broken cards ever printed, and that's why they had to wait until 2018 to actually print this. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation, so it's almost like a Speed Spell 3. I've never actually read a card that, I think I've read a couple of cards, but it's very rare that they had that effect. And then it cannot be activated as a Chain Link 2 or higher. I don't think I've ever seen a card do that. And then if you activate this card at the end of your battle phase, you can only activate it at the end of your battle phase. And if all monsters you control are Valkyries, which is extremely important, you can send this card to the grave, and then also immediately after this card resolves, skip to the start of your next battle phase. And if you do, you cannot activate Mischief of the Time Goddess until the end of that turn. So you cannot stack Mischief of the Time Goddess, which is important to know. So what you do is you activate Ride. Then after you activate Ride, you banish Ride, search this, and then attack with all your Valkyries, and then you attack again with all your Valkyries. And that's kind of the gimmick of this whole deck. So then I play 3 copies of Celestial Transformation. This card is really, really good because it can you can activate it and then summon Christia on your opponent's turn, and it just stops him from special summoning for the whole turn. You get to special summon 1 fairy monster from your hand, but its attack is half. So you just summon anything you want in defense, or just summon it and attack and then swing. You know what I mean? It helps out with Ride because you can do that. Like, you can use this in conjunction with Ride if you need to, which you wouldn't have to because you summon them all off Ride. So, anyways, we play 2 copies of Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen, because it wouldn't be a Valkyrie deck without Valhalla, because, they're the ones that go and retrieve the dead souls and carry them to Valhalla to fight in Ragnarok later on, once the gods, in the twilight of the gods. So, really cool, because once per turn you can special summon a fairy monster from your hand, and you must control no monster to activate and resolve this effect. Not a big deal, because you can just special summon Christia off of this, which is the big thing. And then we play 3 copies of Brilliant Fusion, so we get an extra normal summon with Seraphonite, and plus it thins our deck a little bit. So, that's it for the deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck, and I will show you guys that combo at the end with the Venus. So, that's kind of important. So for the extra deck, we play 2 copies of Hippo Shinnigan, because everything is light in the deck, and why not? 1 copy of Boral Load, because it's Boral Load, and we can need to swing with it. Boral Sword, because you need, again, to swing with it. Topologic Gumblar Dragon. We play this just in case we don't get Ride and we get Venus. You can make this with Venus, and then activate Celestial Transformation, and then rip 2 cards out of your opponent's hand, which is kind of cool. I am proxying Boral Sword and Ningritsu because I haven't got my Megatons in by the time I'm taking this video. So I'm playing Ningritsu, the World Chalice Warrior. This is a part of the combo, so keep that in mind. 1 copy of Summon Sorceress. This is another card you can go into with the Shine Balls, so that's kind of cool. Then we play 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn, because spot removal is a thing. Phoenix, because spot removal is a thing, and Cerberus. We play both of them. I play 1 copy of Goblin. If this gets banned on the ban list, I will post. If anything happens on the ban list, because I'm taking this before the ban list comes out, I will put them down in the comments as a pinned comment, so keep in mind that. 1 copy of Underclock Taker, because it's Underclock Taker. 1 copy of Link Spider, because this is a part of the combo. And then a Sky Cavalry and a Seraphonite, because you need that. But that's it for the deck, guys. Let me show you that quick combo, and I will see you guys in the next video. So here we go. Let me show you this combo. So what you do is if you get out Venus, okay, you summon out Venus, and then you activate its effect. And this also baits your opponent for Ride, because they can't stop this and Ride normally. You summon all 3 Shine Balls onto the field, okay? We have 3 Shine Balls and a Venus, and what you start doing is you start linking. So you take this Shine Ball and you link it away, and you summon off the Link Spider right up here, okay? We're just going to say that that's right up there, okay? So then you take these 2, which is a Shine Ball and a Venus, and you link them away. Sorry for bumping the camera. And you summon out the Nightmare Phoenix or Nightmare Cerberus. It does not matter, whichever one you summon first. So you summon that, and then what that does is that gives you the ability to link in, or gives you the ability to pop something, and since they're co-linked, when you pop, you get to draw a card. So after you do that, you link these 2 together, okay, and you summon out the corresponding other Nightmare monster, which will be Cerberus, okay, and you activate its effect, pop another card, so that's 2 and 2 draws, okay, so then you link these 2 away to clear your field, okay, and then you summon out Ningritsu, the World Chalice Warrior, in your link zone. And then you pop him and a second card, and once you do that, it opens up your entire field for Ride, and it opens up the ability for you to OTK your opponent, because you pop 3 cards on their field, which could have been 2 monsters and a spell or trap, or 2 spell and traps and a monster. Either way, it doesn't matter, because Ningritsu pops... once per turn, you can send 1 card from your either player's field to the grave, and if this card, so he sends any card from the field to the grave. So I actually got that combo from Team Samurai, so I figured I would show you guys that if you haven't seen their video. But that's where I'm crediting it from. I saw them do that, and I thought it was really cool, so I kind of that is one thing that I borrowed from them. So anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there so you can become a part of the notification squad. I'm really glad I got to show you that combo, because it's really, really cool. Like I said, I got that one from Team Samurai, because they kind of explained that one time, but I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Whenever I do this video, as long as they don't hit the Nightmare monsters, that combo will work. So let's hope they don't hit Phoenix or Cerberus. I don't think they will, because they're really generic and everybody uses them, but that might be why they hit them. But anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there so you can become a part of the notification squad, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.